Isengard has come for the mountain. Hey, how's it going? My name is jackiefishhh and welcome back to another Rise of Mordor Total War online battle. Today we have a epic 2 vs 2 on this great looking custom map in the mountains. So this mountain map has some really interesting features. We have some great looking towers which are scattered throughout and all these little kind of nooks and crevices where the enemy can attack. Lots of cool defensive positions with outposts, stuck out throughout the mountain defense. There's also a really cool bridge back here as well, which my dwarfs are currently ready to defend. And then finally we go back to the last stand of the map itself, where the entrance to the mountain is. I mean, it would make a lot of sense for us to retreat inside the mountain, but this is where we make our hold. And helping me in this defense as the dwarfs is going to be the Galadriel Elves, which is a submod to Rise of Mordor. So the Elves and Dwarves have come together to beat back the forces of Isengard. They've united under one banner and it should be very, very exciting. There is also Gondor. I'm not sure where Gondor are scattered throughout this map, but yeah, well, there's some Gondorians right here. We also have Gondor. A few of their kind of weaker units are going to be in the battle as well, so don't be too afraid if you do see Gondor popping up and charging in the mountain pass. I love about this map as well is just how like snowy it is as well. It'd be really cool if it could be snowing at the same time. I think that would look really, really cool. The enemy armies are obviously very, very fierce. A lot of these elite units, as well as some of the new Isengard units, which have just recently been updated. They do look very cool. It's kind of more of like a lightly armored variant rather than anything else. I believe there are also some more lightly armored berserkers right there, but there should be some more lightly armored axemen and also infantry. We also have these white hand stormers with their curved blade as well. Very awesome. They're definitely making some nice work on Isengard, and here we go. There are the other units of them. So yeah, as I said, our forces are going to be scattered throughout the mountain pass, ready to be defended. You can see right here from an overlook right now where we are currently situated. Our last stand at the mountain entrance with quite a few of our forces, and then the Elves and Dwarves and Gondorians are scattered throughout the defenses, ready to go. So I guess without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump straight into this battle and get it going. So we'll just say go, 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 go. And this is a 2 vs 2 online battle which we are currently fighting. I always say this at the beginning of my videos because I feel like quite a few new people do join the battle or join these videos and maybe haven't seen one before. The reason we're having to do it live is because of that the artillery plays just are really glitchy and they crash a hell of a lot. So to kind of, save us from that happening, we just play the battles live so that we, don't lose this content whatsoever, which I feel like is kind of the better way to do things. The half-orc axemen running their way forward. These units are going to be very vulnerable to the Elven Archer fire, and this map does provide some pretty good points. You can't get up this little hill right here, so these Elven Archers are going to be able to just block out the sun with the amount of arrows they're going to be shooting into the enemy positions right there. And we can see the enemy position in its back right there. There's even some deer up in the mountain. How wonderful is that? But this is going to be a pretty insane battle. I should also mention as well that it might be a little bit laggy here and there. We do have close to, what, 11,000 soldiers on the field of battle. And Attila kind of gets a little bit laggy around there. It would normally be okay if it was just my computer, but because we're having to rely on everyone in the game, they don't have as a great computer as mine, so, it just lags a little bit. And that's obviously not a problem. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Just if you do see a little bit of stuttering here and there, unfortunately, that's the case. Hopefully in future Total Wars we'll be able to have better replay systems. I mean, Warhammer seems a lot more functional with its replay system, so I'm hoping that will translate into Friends of Britannia and also the China game as well, because modded battles are always so much fun to fight. And here we go, the first engagement against my Dwarven shield wall onto the spears. All the archer fire as well coming in. So these other Dunland Wildmen right now, they suck dick. They are really bad. And my dwarfs should make quick work of this. Unfortunately, it's not like my dwarfs are going to be great aggressively because they are, spearmen. But I mean, already look at that Dunland soldiers getting killed, and the archer fire going all round the Bolton. I'm kind of okay with this because it's absorbing a lot of the ammunition from them already. Obviously that was only a couple volleys, but I'll take that. The more ammunition these guys waste, the better. The elves are also having a nice little skirmish off with the Uruk archers. Again, these guys are much more lightly armored rather than the heavier variant, which has a crossbow with their more composite bows. I love that bow. That's so nice. It really is. So we do go and we're having the archer fire the elves, should be able to rack up a lot of kills. And then we also have my dwarven position right here fighting the lightly armored Uruk scouts. The Uruk scouts obviously not providing a huge offensive force, but it makes sense for the enemy to be throwing against these weaker units at the beginning of battle. And again, we're fighting with our weaker units as well. I'm actually going to bring back a few of these Grimhammers, because the dwarves at the moment only have a couple units in, because we were going to originally use the sub-mod, but I think the sub-mod is making us crash a little bit. As we have already tried to do this battle. Oh god, are the Sappers coming in? I'm not sure if they are or not. I guess we'll have to see. Sappers on the right. So yeah, this is something I wanted to show off, because there is a new... Oh, they're right though, right? Yeah, where are the Sappers? That's what I'm looking for. Because there is actually... Oh, right here. Okay. I see, I see. There's a cool unit called Sappers, and basically they're like Helm's Deep. These guys just run into enemy units and blow up. They can be used to destroy walls and stuff. They're really, really cool. So I'll make sure I keep an eye on this before we do jump in. Okay, great. So we'll keep an eye here and we'll stay on this side of the battlefield, because I want to show you guys what the Sappers do. They basically run into the enemy position and just blow up. So they're there to kind of resemble the mine at Helm's Deep when they do destroy the wall. So we'll keep on this side of the battlefield and we'll watch them. We'll, just watch some of the elves taking out the enemy. And again, this isn't part of Rise of Mordor, the Elven units you'll see. The Elven units are made up of different units. Okay, here come the Sappers are coming in. The Elven unit is a completely separate mod called the Galadrian Elves mod, which adds in, obviously, the Galadrian Elves. The Rise of Mordor team are going to be taking a separate look at them. Oh my god. Here they come. The Sappers making their way in. I can't even see them. They're at the front lines now. Are they just going to blow up? I've never seen them work before. What happens? I'm really interested. Have I just made a massive anticlimactic thing? Do they only blow up against walls? Because they don't seem very great at the moment. Maybe they only blow up against walls. Or do they have to throw? I think maybe they have to use a missile attack, maybe? I don't know. We'll stay over here because I'm really interested to see how they work. And maybe this is going to be a complete fail. I don't know. We'll stay around thinking there's still a lot of action going on. They don't seem to be doing anything crazy. Maybe they only blow up walls, because I know they do blow up. Maybe they aren't effective against infantry. Because you can see them right there with the torches. I guess they just don't work? Is that what they're saying? I mean, I'm watching, but... I am watching! Okay, some of the heavily armoured Urukai are now coming up now. The more aggressive ones with smaller shields. Oh my god! There we go! Oh my lord, the Sappers just killed everything! That was crazy! I was not expecting them to be that effective. That's insane. Oh my god! That's awesome. So you guys can see the pure power of their units right there. That's crazy. We're going to pull back with our Dwarven units now. And the enemy... Oh my god, on the left-hand side, we are still holding. I was not expecting it to be that big of an explosion. That's crazy cool, though. And I love how they have made that in Rise of Mordor. I believe that was actually community submitted, and they just added it into Rise of Mordor, which is the wonderful thing that they're doing in the mod. They're making it open to the community. So if you can 3D model or something, you can make, just a shield or a sword, and it's good enough for them, they'll add it into the mod, which is really nice to see. The Rise of Mordor team definitely looking for more people to help them out. And you're already seeing, so many people making maps now for the game, adding in units with sub-mods and stuff. It's a really cool expansion, and I really hope they continue to make more and more. So let's go and just pull back the rest of our Dwarven Grimhammers. Oh, we can actually make our way through this little path right here. I might do that, if they can make their way through. No, you can't. That's fine. Just come back like here. We'll sit around here, and maybe we'll charge them back. But yeah, that obliterated her out of the fence. The Uruks are almost out of ammunition, and we still have quite a few arrows left for our elves. Back line here, shooting away. This is so nice. I can't wait to show you guys the Battle of the 5 Armies. I'm planning on doing it on this awesome Dale-looking map. It is really like the best map I've seen for Rise of Mordor so far. It's really, really good. God, these elves can shoot pretty high over the mountain. as they continue to harass these guys. A few of the arrows landing, nothing too spectacular. Some elves are going to be pushing up here, so let's send up a couple here because I want to obviously try and defend our position as best we can.
Enemy has obliterated an entire unit.
And this left-hand side is also done. So now this is kind of our best opportunity to try and kill as many of them as possible with all of these archer positions. Mountain obviously lends itself very nicely to our elven forces, which are going to be hitting away at the enemy defenses. We also have a beautiful looking of Dolamroth cavalrymen right here. Are they not going to charge the ranks? Oh, come on. I wanted to see an epic cavalry charge. Even though it is against pikemen, granted, wouldn't have been the smartest idea. But it did make the pikemen put down their things, which is going to make them a great target for the Galadriel elves up there on the ridge.
Nothing remains of that tower now.
We'll have to keep an eye on it. So yeah, our towers are starting to be destroyed as the Uruk-hai forces push through the mountain, taking that outer position. We do have some more elves set up. As I said, this is probably going to be a heavy skirmish phase in the battle now. Just, you know, whilst we let them push closer and closer. And then we're going to hit kind of our second layer of defense, and then our final layer of defense will be up very, very soon. We have catapults up here. We have, you know, swordsmen, Galadriel swordsmen, my more dwarven generals, and also more Grimhammers. I believe there's a few Gondorians scattered around. Yeah, we have some Fountain Guard up here as well. So it should be a pretty close battle indeed as we continue to retreat back. And obviously I really want to see this defense as well, as it does look very cool. Let's reform up our dwarven shield wall as well. So the enemy are approaching very, very fast. They're also, I imagine, going to be trying to take out this little camp on the side. As we do have 2 units of archers, they are going to be falling back because they are under some heavy fire from the Uruk-hai archers with their flaming shots hitting these elves in the back. Actually setting one alight. What is he made of? Gasoline? These guys are going to retreat back though and try and get their soldiers out of there, you know. There's also a nice little defense up here, and it does look like we are going to be getting the next engagement right now of the battle lines. The Galadriel elf shield wall charging back, pushing the Uruk-hai back to whence they came. This is going to be a hard fight. The Galadriel elves are a very, very strong unit, so they might be able to hold, honestly, the Uruk-hai back here. But as you guys know, there are Sappers. There's another 2 units of Sappers on this left-hand side. Oh my god, the Galadriel elves are just simply cutting through the Uruk-hai. I believe this was a wounded unit to begin with, so I imagine it's obviously a reason why. I'm actually going to retreat back a couple more of my units. Yeah, the Galadriel elves and shield wall are very, very strong. I love the way as well how they've got their shields up. It looks very cool. I say that and they've taken it away. That's the YouTuber curse right there. There's also the half-orc axemen as well. These guys have great armor piercing. So if any unit's able to break through the Galadriel shield wall, it is going to be them half-orc axes. Also a few Gondorians here as well to kind of help out, you know, protect the Elven battle line. Heads being decapitated everywhere we look. I want to keep my Grimhammers here because we haven't really thrown in my huge war hammer units yet, so we definitely want to see what they are capable of. Oh wow, this battle line has already been gone down. Oh, the Sappers came in. Oh, I missed it. No, and they probably said something as well. Oh wow, the Sappers must have come in here and just annihilated the walls right there. Balance power is looking pretty good for us as we continue to retreat back, but I mean, as long as we can hold, that's all that matters. I'm going to, as I said, retreat back a lot of my units. Or maybe even push them over to this left-hand side so we have a few more dwarfs there. But there's still plenty of Uruk-hai left, especially a lot of pikemen as well. And there's also a lot of the elite Isengard units, I can't remember what they're called, the Isengard right-hand stormers, the guys with the huge shields. Them units are great with arrow resistance. And a very, very good offensive tool. But to come into a mountain is a treacherous business, and I'm surprised the Uruk-hai armies this day did decide to do that. Especially with the support of the elves. But they are simply following Saruman's lead. Oh, these archers are falling back as best as they can. Over here is starting to break. I feel like the Uruk-hai are going their way forward. And when these berserkers get involved, That's going to be the telling of the battle right there, how much they can do. They're dead Urukai on the floors, the rest of the pikemen go up. And a lot of these pikemen are going to be very effective. If they can get themselves into battle, they will kill a large portion of our force, because these pikes are so deadly. It's just you obviously getting into battle more than anything else. You can see there, they form down their pike wall, and they are going to advance. Luckily, no friendly fire is going to be called in. Oh no, they're actually going to pull back right now. I think that's when they're going to push in their berserkers and try and get some stuff done. Well, I'm so upset I missed the Sappers over on this right-hand side, because that first Sapper explosion was crazy. And I really am looking forward to using the Sappers in the Battle of Helm's Deep to blow a hole in the wall. That would be so cool. Just throwing in them Sappers and just watching Helm's Deep just get completely destroyed. So it does look like our bridge defense is going to be next up. Probably should try and make sure that all our units have reformed. Sometimes when the units do get like run through by other units, their formation is broken up a little bit. So let's just go ahead and re-click it. Hopefully everyone will be okay. So we'll defend the bridge. We have the support of the Gladiator and Elves, which will be nice. Oh, Sappers coming up. Oh no, this is going to be brutal if they're going in. Oh, it's just going to rip through this defense. I'm not looking forward to this. I think they might be a little bit temperamental, because you see them running back like in and out the battlefield. Oh god, here we go. The Sappers, they're bringing back their units. Flee for your lives. What are they going in? I think they have to all get up. Oh, that Gladiator and Elfo just decapitated that dude. It's so hard to tell when they're about to explode. I think maybe it's when they die, or do they have to like throw something? I'm really unsure how they are being used, honestly, because I've personally never used them. So I guess they decided not to use them that time, and they're going to be throwing in the berserkers, obviously a very, very deadly unit. Just run through the battle line and kill so many Gladiator and Elves in that charge. They just killed so many of them. Wow. Already sending the Gondorians fleeing for their lives. Oh my god, these berserkers are the answer to killing off this infantry. Over on the left-hand side, we are still fighting against some berserkers up against my spear guard. I think the balance of power is going to start to turn away from our favor and into the side of the Urukai now, as they are just decapitating, destroying away my spear guard. I also want to make sure that we don't miss the battle over here, though. I need to make sure we keep a good eye on them Sappers, because I definitely want to see them just explode and devastate my own ranks. The pikemen also coming up in support as well. This is always kind of a little bit of a choosy tactic. Obviously, it's not really going in, but what I've seen a lot of people do is you form a unit of shield wall right in front of a pikeman, and then have a pikeman go through the shield wall. So it's basically like almost impossible to take them out. Wait, if the Sappers just get killed now, they got pushed back, because the archers are trying to, you know, pick them apart a little bit. My dwarven shield wall is not looking great. Let's go ahead and throw in some of our grim hammers. They haven't really got much done, you know, so far this battle. I think this is my first unit I'm actually sending in. But we'll send them in. They're much more of an aggressive unit, and again, they'll do a good job against killing the berserkers. I think I would personally much rather have a heavily armored dwarven, elitely trained warhammer than a berserker. The berserker is fierce and doesn't fear pain, but I feel like the dwarf is just, you know, it's gonna be so hard for the Urukai to even pierce the dwarven armor. But again, it's very hard for us to break through this pike wall. So let's try and be a little bit more smart and a little bit more strategic in this battle. So let's form up maybe on the side so we can come in here and just charge these pikemen. The archer's doing a good job. It does look like the stormers are coming in now as well. How are them Sappers looking? Have the Sappers gone in? No, the Sappers are still alive. Probably waiting for his last little stand. I mean, we are getting pushed back, and we're definitely killing a lot of the enemy infantry. And we'll throw in our dudes here and bring out one unit back, I think. You know, we're getting pushed back, but we have a very nice last stand, honestly. The dwarves go in, hammers in hand. A pretty good fight there for us. We killed a lot of them on that charge. And Gimli says it himself, dwarves are very ferocious over small distances. We've thinned out their armies, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough as more and more of them do get pushed forward. These sappers just crazily running. Bring them down, Legolas. Bring them down. Oh, artillery shots coming in at the bridge. Some huge hits right there. Burning. Oh my god, that killed so many of the Uruk. Look at them just burning. That was a very, very nice artillery volley right there. This will teach you goddamn Uruks. The Archer Fire as well. That's going to be our biggest help, is the Archer Fire alongside the artillery. I have my own piece of artillery back there as well. This pocket of resistance right here, the dwarves have been completely surrounded by pikemen and the shields. They need to fight their way out, but it looks like they are just getting cut to pieces. I haven't seen a single one of them manage to take away the enemy. They got pushed back, but I think there's only this last dude right here was the last survivor, and his chest just got ripped open right there. More reinforcements coming up as well. I think these are the lightly armored Uruk archers making their way up. Also, the enemy are pushing up a little bit. Let's maybe try and be a little bit cheeky. Let's go to flammable rounds, and let's try and kill some of these pikemen right here. Here we go, another artillery volley. Looks pretty high, but maybe they'll get down. That's okay. We killed quite a few of them there. The more of these pikemen we kill, the better. Oh, definitely. Oh, right here. This has to be a perfect hit. Look how many stormers are making their way up. If we can kill these guys, oh, that would be so nice. So many Uruks there as well. Just an endless stream. Come on, Catapult, here we go. Only 3 of them 4 shot, but they're raising their shields. No, come on, yes, 1 hit. Oh, that was just a bit delayed right there. I mean, we still killed a few of them, but imagine if we hit the central ranks of this. That would be brutal. Go on, let's hold the rest of our fire now for that. Our lines are looking not great. We have our Grimhammers still making their way back as the entire army is pushing on. This is going to end up being a really, really close battle, I'm not going to lie. I mean, obviously, granted, we have the last stand, which is nice, but maybe I should be using these. I kind of want to kill the pikemen more than anything else. What do we have over here as well? Okay, full unit, so I probably don't want to artillery strike that. Oh, the sappers are going in. Oh, God, I should be running, but I want to see this, so... I mean, the dwarves are killing them really quickly. And they are getting back up, actually.
Nothing remains of this unit now.
The enemy artillery coming in as well. And then these sappers should be classed as it. So, like, what forces these sappers to explode? That's what I want to know. So I should be running right now, obviously. Oh, the charge there by the cavalry. Breaking the ranks. Pushing them back. Come on, blow up now. Oh, please blow up now. You'll kill this entire unit. Why won't they blow up? Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a button you have to press or you just have to keep on attacking until they do. I don't really know what the requirements are, but I'll definitely find out. I mean, it does look like that we have killed them all, besides 2 of them. More artillery shots coming in. I should probably be using my artillery as well. As I said, this battle is going to be very, very close. I think I'd rather kill a pikeman rather than anything else. A lone unit right here fighting against more of the stormers. The stormers seem like a really strong unit. Again, we just need that one direct hit in the center of the unit. You think with like 4 shots you would be able to do it, but we actually have a decent amount of ammunition left, so I'm happy to waste a few more shots. And we have our defensive line up there.
Their general has been killed.
Nice, the general being taken down. Perfect. We've actually repulsed them over here on the left-hand side with our shield wall. Can we help them here? My God, look at that. The bodies are piling up. with the dwarven line held. I might send these dwarves off to go kill the artillery crew. And we've cleared up this entire fight on the left-hand side, so it looks like that, you know, this day is going to go well. I'll hold my artillery fire as the archers are just proving their worth. Well, we've managed to rout this left-hand side army. Did we get the sappers blowing up? They might have, and we might have missed it again. I mean, we were watching them for a good enough time. We had to kind of look around. Maybe that's what killed a large portion of their army, but it could also have been our artillery as well.
And running for their lives.
They're breaking off some of the right-hand side. And it would be a good idea for the Uruks just to simply push up the left-hand side and try and break through that side. The pikemen are just sitting ducks for the archers of the elves. But the thing is, the archers of the elves can do a great job at, you know, missing a lot of their own friendly units. More pikemen being advanced. I mean, the pikemen are our worst nightmare right now. Doesn't look like... I mean, they still have a lot of units left. Advanced power is looking good. We do outnumber them. I might rally out, you know. I might rally out. That's what a true dwarf would do, right? Definitely, that is what a true dwarf would do. They wouldn't sit back and idly wait for their allies to die in front of them. You guys gonna... Can you not come round here? Is there no way? Is it glitched? Maybe it is. I guess it is. I guess he literally can't come up this way. Which is unfortunate because... Oh, yeah. It looks like it's... Like here? It looks like it's quite a buggy. You literally can't make your way up there. Oh, that kind of sucks. I kind of hope that's obviously why they're not attacking there. But yeah, we're definitely marching out here. Our elven position is very, very good. I mean, the battle's looking pretty nice for us. They are being pushed up, and I think this is where we finish them off now. So let's send out everyone we have, our entire army, make your way out here, and we're going to charge the ranks of Isengard. I think it'd be nicer to have another position for the enemy to attack, honestly. I think that'd be really, really cool. Just send up these dwarven warhammers into the Urukite pikemen. The archer fire as well is relentless. So put down their pikes. Come on, dwarves. You can probably duck under it, to be honest. They're going to be getting pushed back, but hopefully a few of them can just find their way forward. More and more of my dwarves are charging out, and I think the elves are going to be following my lead very soon as well. You know, this is a true dwarven tactic right here. Yeah, I don't think they can get up here. We'll see if Anti-Guild can, but it looks like it's... Yeah, it does look like it's impassable terrain, unfortunately. This is like a... Yeah, when you zoom in, you can tell. That's unfortunate. It would have been cool if they could have attacked us on several positions. Yeah, we just want all of our infantry up here, especially this unit as well, which is a defensive formation. Because one-on-one, our dwarven units don't actually do great against these White-Hand Stormers. Now, I should mention as well that like the dwarves haven't been looked at in a long time. The dwarves have been in the mod for like a year probably now, so they haven't really got much love to them. So I imagine when they do finally add in some more units for the dwarves, then the rest of their stats will get tweaked with all the other units. So there's been a lot of bans and stuff going on. The Elves and Dwarves, however, have united and it's looking quite successful. And maybe I'm speaking too early. Maybe my reckless dwarven charge outside of the position. Oh, yeah, God. Take them down. Take down the Sappers. Legolas, take them down. Bring them down. Bring them down. Look how the Sappers are moving forward. We need to have them killed. We need to have them. They will rip through this battle line if we're not careful. I've said bring down the Sappers. Shoot them. Don't let them go. Arrows to the jugular, please. This could be brutal. I don't know why I'm sending more men in. I kind of get off on sending in these soldiers to see more of the explosions. This is not going to be good. And we're going to leave our camera right here. We have plenty more men to come up. Yeah, I really am curious how the Sappers work. They look like they're quite temperamental, and they probably work much more effectively on walls. And that's obviously what they're designed for, instead of taking out huge clumps of infantry. So I imagine to take out walls, what we have to do is just right-click on them, and they'll take the walls out. Berserkers. Oh, there's still a lot of Berserkers coming up as well. Wow, I didn't realise they had them left in reserve. The last stand of the dwarves right here.
Thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
Yeah, they've managed to break through this right-hand side. Bant's power is looking so good for us, though. Yeah, the enemy have barely anyone left. Only 600. Does look like we have been successful in holding them. But we're going to support my general as well. Are them Sappers dead now? It does look like the Sappers were slain by arrow fire. And we're going to be sending our general into the flanks of the enemy position, throwing up more of our Grim Hammers as well. Berserkers are still alive, but we are hopefully going to be countering that with our own heavy infantry. And I think a mass rout probably is going to be occurring very, very soon. Especially once we kill the last Uruk general as well.
General is dead.
Oh no, our general has died. I mean, he died like a true dwarf.
Flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
I'm sure it won't make too much of a difference. I say that now and we'll end up losing the battle. I think it's almost impossible for us to lose it at this point. The enemy's numbers are just far too small. Can we even use our artillery? Can our artillery shoot all the way over the mountain? I doubt it, but we'll give it a go. Make sure we have all our units attacking, and we have the last of the Isengard forces are being surrounded and cut to pieces right now. I mean, the Gladrian Elves seem very, very strong. We should probably nerf that in the next battles we do, especially the battle of the 5 armies. Will make it so that the Gladrian Elves maybe don't get as much as everyone else money-wise. And there we go, a Pyrrhic victory for the dwarfs. We managed to hold our lines, and the bond between the elves and dwarfs has lasted another day. And I mean, a pretty formidable combo right now. So if we look at the kills, we can see that on my front line, my Grim Hammers, 143 was probably my strongest. The rest of my spears doing pretty decently. On the Elven lines and the Gondorian infantry, the Knights of the Silver Swan doing very nice. Right back, and obviously the Archers just racking up so many kills against the Uruk-hai. Over on the other side, on the Isengard, the Half-Orc Axes seem like such a good unit, and the Berserkers killing so many. And the Sappers, 137 right there. And 200s. We did miss one of the Sappers, but they looked cool nonetheless. And then finally, the last army again with Berserkers really racking up a lot of kills. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. And I will see you guys in the next one, and fish out.